even in the best families, something can go wrong. Hello everybody, this is Juan again with these reflections. We're celebrating still Christmas, so Merry Christmas. Christmas is not over on December 25th. We have it in the liturgical year as a season. It's a period of time, and it's gonna end during the Epiphany. That's the last celebration. Then we're gonna start the ordinary time, but we're still on the Christmas time. So in this time, this Sunday, we are celebrating the feast of the Holy Family, And I remember a long time ago, it's been several years that I was doing some studies related to family, and I was in Puerto Rico and the university, and I remember that one of the presenters, one of the teachers facilitating on those classes, they offer a book. He has a book that it was called Even in the Best Families. Even in the Best Families, kind of the translation from Spanish. And his whole idea was that even in the best families, and he was pointing out families from the Bible, some things happen, some stuff happens, some things go just not very good. And one of the stories that I remember that author actually picks is what we're reflecting on this Sunday. The gospel that Luke presents, that is in chapter 2 of the Gospel of Luke, verses 41 to 53. And it's this famous text where Mary and Joseph and Jesus they go up to Jerusalem to one of the feasts, the most important feast, which is Passover. And there's three like very important feast for the Jewish people. One is the booths. When they were living in the desert, they live in this kind of tents, and they celebrated that every year. And the other one is Passover, and the other one is the feast of Pentecost, which well, for us is Pentecost. For them was when the harvest, when they were harvesting, whatever they have. So Jesus used to go with Mary and Joseph to Jerusalem. It seems like every year, but the Gospel of Luke takes this part, and this is very important for the Gospel, because it kind of it's in the middle of the infancy narratives, what happened when Jesus was a baby, and then the time when Jesus was doing his public ministry. So this is very, very important. And what happened is that Jesus, they go up to Jerusalem, he get lost, they're coming back, and since it was kind of a pilgrimage with friends and family, they thought, he was there, and they realized after 3 days that he was lost. After 3 days, also in the Bible, the theology of the Bible is very important. After 3 days, something big happens. So the gospel mentions that. So Jesus was there. He was about 12 years, and it's also a time when a Jewish boy is introduced into the community as a man, as someone who can enter and celebrate everything with the adults. So this is a very important, what we call the bar mitzvah, when a Jewish boy is introduced to the faith. And this thing happens. He stays, and then Joseph and Mary look for him. I can not even imagine, 3 days. If I lost one of my kids when they were little, I'm thinking even for an hour or two, I will go crazy. It was 3 days, and they didn't know where he was. And again, in celebrations of this feast in Jerusalem, there was like thousands of people in the city. Like, what happened to Jesus? Anyway, they looked for him, and when they found him, Mary is gonna kind of, be mad and say like, "Hey, Jesus, like, where were you? We were looking for you. Like, what happened to you?" And this is a good message also for all the families who have teenagers in their houses. I do. And it's like this kind of a disconnection. And Mary's like, what were you thinking? And Jesus is like, don't you know that I have to be, in the affairs of my Father, doing the things that my Father wants me? And Mary's like, what? I don't understand. Is there any mother there that is connecting over here? That your kids are telling you stuff that you're like, what? What are you saying? I don't get it. Or they don't get what you're saying. Mary and Jesus were going through this. What happened with Mary? It says that, she kept those things in her heart. For those families with kids or struggling with anything related in the family, there is 3 things that needs to happen. One is accompany. If you have your kids and you're having trouble, or your kids, see, if there's kids listening to this, if you're having trouble communicating with your parents, accompany, be there, be present. Second, of course, call the attention when things are not going well, discipline, talk about it. That is important. And third thing, if there gets to a point that you don't know what to do, as a parent or as a child, do what Mary did. She kept things in her heart, hoping that God is taking care of everything, trusting that whatever we cannot do, we leave it to the Lord. My prayer is that the Holy Family intercedes for your family and for my family with whatever struggle that we're going through, and that God will be present in every relationship, everything that is going on in our families. Amen.